There are 5 main types of essays that you'll come across when you're at university. And while they're mostly structured the same in the sense that they have an introduction, body paragraphs, and a conclusion, the body paragraphs of each of these essay types is structured differently. The 5 types of essays are argumentative, which is also known as persuasive, compare and contrast, expository, descriptive, and narrative. The 2 types that you're most likely to write are argumentative or narrative, and which one you'll need to write more of will simply depend on your discipline or degree. But overall, every essay is trying to do the same thing. They are trying to persuade somebody. Ideally, somebody reads through your essay, and at the end of it, they are persuaded by whatever it was that you were writing about, whether it was an argument or an opinion, or you were sharing your own life story. They are persuaded by your essay. So an essay is very powerful, and most of that power lies in the body paragraphs. So let's have a look now how the body paragraphs of each of these essay types is structured. An argumentative or persuasive essay is exactly what it sounds like. We're writing about a specific topic, and usually what we have is a series of arguments, not just key pieces of information, but actual arguments to help demonstrate that topic. Each of the body paragraphs should have one argument in it. You don't want to mix arguments up in one paragraph. For example, if your essay was a simple one where it was structured with 5 paragraphs, that's usually the shortest essay you'll ever write, where you have an introduction as 1 paragraph, 3 body paragraphs and a conclusion paragraph. Your first paragraph will be your strongest argument that you have about your main topic. The second paragraph will then be more neutral. It's where you deliver more information. Then the third paragraph of your body should have another strong argument. Think about it like an Olympic relay. They always put their fastest runners first and fourth at the beginning and at the end. And for an argumentative essay, what you're doing there is presenting those strongest arguments to help persuade the person. So the first thing they read in the body paragraph is really strong, and then the last thing they read is also really strong, and that's going to help persuade them, which at university also means a better mark. The second type of essay is a compare and contrast. These are very similar to argumentative essays. The difference is where an argumentative essay covers one topic, a compare and contrast covers multiple topics. For example, maybe you're writing an essay on the similarities and differences of butterflies and moths. Each paragraph will cover one similarity or difference for each one. That then means your concluding paragraph will sum up those similarities and differences, and you can order those body paragraphs in an easy to understand manner. Again, you don't want to mix up multiple points into one paragraph. Each paragraph should only have one key point. In this example, it would have one similarity or difference between the butterfly and moth, perhaps whether they fly more during the day or the night time. An expository essay is also exactly what it sounds like. It's exposing something. One of the key differences in this essay compared to other types is that it usually uses neutral language. It doesn't have a strong opinion. What it's just trying to do is expose facts about something. For example, it could be explaining the impact of something, like the impact of fast food on the prevalence of type 2 diabetes in the last 50 years. It would just be exposing the facts or the information that's already out there from other journal articles or other studies in an essay format. And it's the order of the paragraphs in this essay type that matters. Using our example of the impact of fast food on diabetes, the best order for the paragraphs would be chronological. So you could document the impact that it's had through time. There are 2 other types of essays that fall under expository, and they're definitive and process. Definitive is where we define a term or an idea, so we explain what it is. In a process essay, we're explaining the process, we're explaining how something works or how to do something. For descriptive essays, we're also going to include literary analysis essays. And that's because they're very descriptive. They use creative language and provide a detailed description of something. Usually it's a detailed description of a person, an object, a place, or an event. And for the literary analysis, key components of the text are used as the key themes that are being described. Then we come to the narrative essay. A narrative essay is where we tell a story. So this uses creative language. It is often where a lot of the information is coming from ourselves. A narrative essay could be where we are telling our own life story, or we're sharing an opinion or an experience that happened to us. It's done in a very storytelling manner. Often each paragraph following on from each other is in chronological order, because when we're sharing our life story or our development in a particular skill or sport or an experience, those things progress through time, and that's usually the best way to write it. The last thing you want to do is start at the end and then backtrack. So keeping those paragraphs in simple order and telling our story, that's the compelling nature of it, and that's where we persuade somebody and can guarantee a great mark.